Hi. I've set the intention that this video will find you exactly when it is supposed to. If you are on a journey of self-discovery, a journey of sobriety, or just a journey where you're trying to figure out where you want to go next, you've come to the right place. For those who don't know me, my name is Monroe Eartha. Today I am 40 days sober, and I am sharing the life lessons I'm learning in real time. Every day is not going to be an easy day. And that's a lesson that I find myself repeatedly learning in life. I'm 40 days sober today, but it feels bittersweet because yesterday was a bit of a rough day for me emotionally. I won't get too much into the details, but I did get scammed. It was an elaborate scam because usually I'm like on that, right? I'm like, no, ain't nobody gonna scam me. I'm always thinking about how I could be possibly scammed. You're not gonna get me, they got me. And that was a hard pill to swallow, especially given my current financial situation. And I took it really hard, and the depression started to swirl its way into my brain again. And it hit me so hard because the thing about depression, people will say, and I told my aunt that I was feeling depression. She said, I'm sorry you're sad. And I didn't correct her because it's not just a sadness, right? It affects you physically. I started to feel physically ill. Like I could not muster up the strength to do anything. Even I was trying to read like interactive stories on my phone, like usually that cheers me up, just like not using my brain, but I couldn't even muster the strength to hold my phone up, like to just move my wrist like this to read my phone. And it's just, I was using all of my energy to not be swallowed up in the despair. And I don't think people who haven't experienced depression really know what that feels like, for the bare minimum to be such a daunting task. But I came out the other side. I'm on my way out of the other side. We had a bit of remnants of that this morning, but I'm feeling better today. Don't mind that creak. I'm sitting on my keyboard stool for my keyboard that I'm currently using as like a shelf, but we'll pick it up back eventually. That's not the point of this video. I had a little bit of remnants of the depression this morning, and it was depression mixed with anger. I found myself slamming things down and just having this unbridled rage, this inner rage, not even really at myself, but at the situation and at the world itself. I was so mad that we lived in a world where I could be scammed in such a way. And then I realized, I was like, what are you really upset about? Because the scam itself wasn't that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things, because I did catch it before they could have gotten my identity, right? But I think I was really hurt about the promise of an opportunity that was not going to end up happening. And what I have realized now that I've had time to calm down and really process the situation, is it was just another test from the universe to see how I would handle that situation, especially with my sobriety. I am proud of myself for not relapsing. There were times during yesterday and today where I was like, oh my goodness, I just want to smoke. Like, why am I even doing this sobriety thing? Like, why am I doing all this work on myself? I was just like asking all these questions, like, why? And the answer was right inside of myself the entire time. It was because that's the person I want to be. I don't want to relapse and be the person I was in the past. The person I was in the past would probably still be handling the situation in not a very healthy way. Would probably not even think to turn on this camera and share what happened to me. To just share the experience, and to share what I've learned from the experience. And what I've learned is I have the power in me to act however I want to act. Because we cannot control what happens to us in this world. All we have control over is ourselves and how we react to things that happen. And I'm proud of myself. I did not blow up on anybody. I did not relapse into substance use. And I didn't act in self-harm, which that's another thing that if y'all would like to hear more about my experience with that, obviously I'm not going to go into gruesome details, but that's also something that I experienced in the past, and that's something I had to overcome. And what I realize is that everybody has something that they're overcoming. We all have these quiet battles that we go through. And part of what I've been trying to do on this channel is share a bit of my battle, so that whoever comes across this video feels less alone. So if you are watching this video, this is your sign to not give up, to keep going. Whatever path you are on is the right one. And if you feel like an opportunity was missed, that opportunity simply just wasn't meant for you, babes. You are meant for bigger and greater things. What that was a carrot being dangled in front of you on a treadmill. That's what that was. But you have the power to step off the treadmill. You have the power to keep running on the treadmill if you choose, or to start running in a different direction. The metaphor is getting out of place, but you understand what I'm saying, right? You have the power to decide what you want to do next. And you may want to fight fire with fire, but when you fight fire with fire, the whole world gets burned. And there's no joy in that. You won't feel better afterwards. I know, I've done it. You won't feel better afterwards. All you will feel is a bigger hole within you that you're just going to end up having to fill later on in life when you decide to reinvent yourself again, right? So stand in your truth. If you, like me, have decided to be sober, stay sober. Stand in it. Remember why you got sober in the first place and hold on to that reason. Even when it gets hard. Even when you feel like you're the only person in your life being sober, because sometimes it feels that way, right? I know I'm the only one of my friends who doesn't do any substances, and I do plan on making connections with people who are living that lifestyle, but I also prefer the challenge of not only surrounding myself with people who are living that lifestyle, because that's what real life is like. Everybody heals at their own pace, and everybody copes in their own way. And you have to decide if you want to cope in a healthy way or an unhealthy way. For a minute, and I will just say a minute because it wasn't the entire time, for a minute when I was in my despair yesterday and earlier this morning, I almost lost faith in my place in the universe. I almost, but I didn't. I didn't fully. You see, I'm here right now talking to you like I am. I did not lose my faith completely. And I'm glad I didn't. Because I do believe that was the test. It was testing my faith. It was testing my strength. And I do believe I passed the test. It was looking bleak for a moment there, but we made it through on the other side. We made it through. And I know you can make it through as well. It starts with you. You are not alone. And so last video, I assigned some homework to switch it up a little bit. This video, I'm going to actually do an oracle card reading. It's from my Oracle of the Fairies deck. And I also do tarot readings as well. So let me know if y'all would like me to do more card readings in these videos, because that's something that I've been helping myself with, meditation, but also card readings and really listening to the universe. And I feel like this is a direct way to communicate with the universe. So I'm going to sit this mic down for a second. We're going to shuffle these cards. And these aren't tarot cards, so that's the beauty of them, is like these have the descriptions on the cards as well. So it came with a little guidebook, but I've never even needed to use this really. So yeah, let's do a little card reading. I'll just pull, I guess, how many cards fall. Hopefully it's not more than 6 cards, because that would just be a lot of cards to read. But whatever the universe has to say, we're going to listen, right? All right, so I'm going to sit this mic down. I hope y'all can still hear me. I'm going to give it a little shuffle, because I did shuffle once before I pressed record. And I'm going to shuffle again. And this is just to not only give myself guidance, but also to give whoever's watching guidance. This message is not just for me, but it's for whoever's watching as well. All right? And so I want you to take that with you when you leave this video. And for whoever did watch my last video, did you do the homework? How was it? And if you want to know what the homework was, you're just going to have to watch the last video. Not to be one of them YouTubers, but we on YouTube, baby. Like and subscribe. All right. So let's see what we got going, right? Any cards gonna fall? Any card at all? Ooh, we got some. All right. I know sometimes I go through the whole deck and nothing falls through and I'm just like, embarrassing. Spirits, are you listening? All right. So, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. Perfect. So the first card, friendship. It's the friendship card. I don't know if y'all can see, But yeah. Fairies and humans alike need friends. Now is the time to seek out those who will support and encourage you on your journey and fulfill your dreams. So, what did I say about like finding like-minded people who are kind of on the same path? And I think also with this channel, we're building a community, right? And so that's what this is all about. The second card is Hidden Depths. Let's see. It's called Hidden Depths. Alrighty. So, Hidden Depths. Something hidden is about to come to light, perhaps a secret or memory at the back of your mind. When we expose what's hidden, we can become free. So you have to do some inner work, right? There's an untapped potential in you that you have not unlocked yet. And so that is what this card, I believe, is saying. And maybe that'll come through friendship, right? So once you find people that seem to share your beliefs, it's going to unlock a hidden depth within yourself, right? Alrighty. We got 2 more cards to read. We ain't done with the message yet. We ain't done. Lost and found. What was once lost is about to be found thanks to the Lost and Found Fairy. Sometimes she can help us find things we never even realized were lost. I love the artwork like on these cards. It's just so beautiful. But yeah, so sometimes you got to look within. And I believe like I never feel like I'm truly alone when I'm alone, right? I believe I have spirit guides, I have fairy guides, and I'm always with the universe, and most importantly, always with myself, because you yourself have power and agency in this world, right? And so if you feel like you've lost a piece of yourself, maybe it's time to find it again. Me personally, I know I lost my inner child for at least a good decade, and I'm finally finding her again, right? And stepping into that naivete, and being carefree but not careless, right? So going out more, and even going out by myself more, but not being careless, because I'm very aware of the city I live in. So baby girl's got a little protection on her, but being carefree and taking chances. Like I went hiking on Tuesday with someone who I had only met once before, which was a bit risky, as a woman. But we actually had a great time, and I went hiking with another person, female identifying person. And we went on a hike to a trail that neither of us had ever been to. And on halfway back, when we were walking back on the trail, so we had walked about like 1.5 miles, and then we were on our way back, and we exchanged with each other that we were both worried that we were going to be murdered by the other. And we were both happy that neither of us decided to murder each other. But that was the risk we both ran. We both had mace on us. I had mace and another weapon that I did not disclose because, that's my business. Because I knew I wasn't going to use it in offense. It was only for defense if I was to be attacked. And I was not attacked, so it didn't need to get used, which is the beauty of it. But, so that's what I think about being carefree, but not careless. Because I wasn't letting the fear stop me from having this experience that I wanted to have. And that's the beauty of it. All right, this video is getting long, so let me go ahead and read this last card before we get out of here. Motivation. When spring approaches, the flower fairies urge you to spring into action. If there's something you've been merely thinking about doing, they say get busy and do it. So I have a feeling, and I'm trying to block the light so you can see this. Look how happy she looks. But yeah. Motivation, baby. Take this as your sign to do the thing that you've been wanting to do. And that's exactly what I was just getting at. Don't let fear stop you from doing the things that you want to do in life. If there's something you really want to do, figure out how you can do it. Because you have the power. You are not alone. And it starts with you. All we have the power to control in this life is ourselves. So who do you want to be, baby? All right. Till next time.